What up, folks? Welcome in. My name is DrumRollTony. I'm a streamer on Twitch, musician and music director living here in Seattle. We're checking out Down Season 2 ending, the full version. I've only heard the anime length when we did reactions on Patreon, so I'm very excited. Let's go. This is the song Doukashiteru by the band WurtS. Here we go. Yeah, man. Keyboard bass synth sounds. It's very good. Everything is very upbeat. Nice hat. That kick drum is such an E-drum sound. Toms feel good. Organic. Nice pre-chorus build. It's a good hook. Contour and construction of the melody, it's nice. Build on it. Oh, listen to the mid-range guitar lines. But here we go. All right. So we go to verse 2 there. I'm so used to the shorter anime length. I was like, what's going to happen? We get the key change. We're going to push it out there. It's probably going to happen later on. Okay. We'll do a second listen in a second. That's more long and an analysis approach. Right now, we're just going to push through it. For me, the main character so far is that bass tone, the bass synth. It's so fun. It's very addicting. I don't know. It feels different than any other property that's in the song. So that's why I'm saying it's a main character. Like dynamically speaking, everything's pretty loud. We push through it. The progression is very poppy. The chorus design, once we hit the hook, it's very good. We'll go back a second time in a bit and talk about that, but it's very obvious why it's so kind of groovy and catchy. Anyway, let's keep going. Whoa, cool. Little elements to play with time. Nice job. Bottom drops out, just the claps, of course. Okay, verse 2 was really cool. Small little details. Same development. All right, assuming key change is coming. There it is. Oh, little variations on the two-note groupings. Cool. Oh, nice. Guitar feature on the outro. I like that. Okay, initial reaction. Let's talk about this. Just to stay with me for a second. Okay, first and foremost, it was a reminder of why I like to get to the end of Down episodes, because I knew I was going to be rewarded with a fun song to listen to. It's cool. But saying it's cool doesn't really mean anything. There's no depth to that, musically speaking. So if we think about this from a music standpoint of the construction, it's pop music. It's J-pop music, right? Pop music in general has a role, and a lot of the songs within that, not all, but a lot of them have a lot of similar factors. And I don't mean like melody, harmony, and rhythm. We're not talking about that. We're talking about groove. It's danceable, a very simple chord progression, a lot of repetition, a hook that is just that, a hook. It's very singable. This has all of that, but yet it has a main character that stands outside of it. I can be walking down any street, and two things will happen if I think about Down. I'm going to think of ba-ba-da-da-da. Boom. Huge success on the hook. Also, the main character for me, the thing I'm going to think about the most, is that keyboard synth tone and the bass player playing that line, because it's so groovy and so memorable. So anyway, to me, that is very cool. Let's go back and listen to the whole song again, more of an analysis standpoint, and just talk about the other layers that are kind of going on underneath. Okay, so let's put our ear down on the bass and synth tones here. It's so prominent. It also really helps that the keyboard synth tones there, it's such a nasally kind of angled sound, so it's going to cut through, and it's obviously elevated in the mix where normally bass relationships and roles are just kind of featured on the lower end, where this is right there. You know what? I never really heard that little fill that happens in the higher end of the keyboard before vocals comes in. Back a couple seconds here. It's cool. Now, obviously, I made the comment about the kick drum having that kind of E-drum sound. We're at 18 seconds here. If you listen to the very beginning, listen to the style, the tone on the bass drum here. Listen to that. Now we go back to right about this section. Listen to the kick drum here. Very, very, very different, right? Obviously on purpose. That's more of an electronic kind of kit sound. That's fine. We have some E-drum stuff here. But the bass player now is the primary feature for that line. So look at how this groove lines up. Obviously, maybe you're wondering, does an electric bass normally sound like that? No, it does not. We have a bunch of effects on there. But the two of them are playing that line in unison. Obviously, the keyboard has a lot more prominence within the sound just by the nature and design and like the effect style and just kind of where it lays within the range. But the two of them together were 100% playing that line in the beginning. But it's nice that it's continued out over here as everything falls away basically to the bass player and the bass drum on the kit. Supporting vocals. Love the tuning on doom, doom, doom. All the resonance on the toms there. That's why I think I made the comment earlier. I was like, oh, it feels more organic there, which is nice compared to that low end, kind of the E sound in the kick drum. Now, I don't know if you pick on it. So obviously we talk about it all the time, right? Dan da dan dan da dan. We've had that rhythm installed from the very beginning. Dan da dan dan da dan dan da dan. It's been present in everything. So we're variations, but it's all thematic development of a rhythmic delivery of material. Whether that is on purpose, I want to tell myself it is. I'm just going to believe that it is because it seems, does it matter? It doesn't matter. But it's a cool detail to kind of have there. If it is on purpose, I definitely appreciate the attention to detail. But what's really happening musically as we have this pre-chorus build, which is very cool. Ja, jugum, vocally and percussion. Obviously, anybody can hear that. But things kind of build and the tension starts to arise within the chord progression that just naturally wants to land. And we get that super hooky pop chorus. Like it makes hooky. It's a really well-designed hook style pop chorus. That's a better way to say that. Contour. Ba-da-da-da-da. That's so important. Da-da-da-da-da. Why though? Because you can sing it. Your neighbor can sing it. Your untrained musical, anybody in your life can shout something that sounds something similar to that. It works so well. It's a really easy contour. It flows through the progression, what's going on, and everyone else is playing that groove. Keyboard and the bass, we're back to that part again. Drummer's just rocking out. Like that, you want to write a hook that's going to win? Write that. It's going to win, guaranteed. And then, okay, I made a comment earlier saying I love the snare drum sound there. Every single episode, I was like, oh yeah, I love that. Because it feels like, if you think about like sound and maybe like a shape, it's more like a pancake or like a hockey puck. It's just, instead of like such an angled snare sound, this one it's like fat and wide. Just, I don't know if that makes sense. It just feels that way. And it has a little bit of like an 80s throwback timbre on it. It just, to me, it just feels that way. Is that the important part to can focus on during the development of the second side of the chorus? No, probably not. But that's where my ear goes. 2, ready, and. We probably should focus on that as the composite from percussion versus the power chord stuff that's going on within the guitars, because obviously that's going to bring us back around to the last mention of that hook. So it's cool. It's very easy, but it works really well. All right, I'm ready for the second verse. Oh, that's, dude, I'm an idiot. They didn't play with time that much. That's just a quote of the Jersey beat. Damn it. Why did I say that in the beginning of the video? Okay, so on first listen, I'm going to defend myself. I was expecting the key change so much that all we got there is just da, 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 da. All it is just quarter note, dotted 8th, 16th note, 8th note, rest, 8th note. That's all that is. That's all it ever has been. That's all it ever will be, but it works really well. It's a groovy function, right? And that rhythm, people like to make all the arguments. Well, it's Jersey, it's Jersey beat. Sure, but that rhythm is present in so many types of music. You can't copyright a singular rhythm to a genre of music. There's so many more elements of music that contribute to being a genre. But there are little things that we can borrow and stick in and have all kinds of stuff because that rhythm's been used forever, hundreds of years. Anyway, I feel dumb that I said it was playing with time earlier because we're not. We're very clearly. Hold on, let's go back like 12. Well, you know what's really cool? Against that, I probably got a little bit lost because my ears were going against that versus the voicings in the keyboard part there. It is a tiniest bit syncopated against that. So that's some pretty nice writing, to be honest. I definitely appreciate this section. That's cool. It gives you like a musical illusion that it's not changing on beat, but it is. It totally is. Great keyboard writing. Bum, bum, bum. I love where the chord progression goes there again. Right here. And I feel like all of you can easily identify that we just have percussion fall out there, which is going to expose that keyboard part a lot more, but it's still cool. I mean, you can have instruments fall out, but you still need something fun that's going to be another version of a pre-chorus to build to that hook drop. So they've done a really good job here. Short little staccato variations on the vocals. There's something special about the quality of the mid-range and the guitar work on the, hold on, right here. This part, 1, 2, ready, end. It just works really well. Obligatory key change. Like, think about the hundreds of songs, probably thousands at this point in your listening, depending on how old you are and how long you listen to music, but think about how many times we employ the tactic of where are we going to go? Let's go up a half step. Cool, it's going to work. However, we get some variation that we didn't have previously because we literally just stopped to listen to that guitar part. So now we have a little bit of grouping differences, which again, you know, I'm a nerd for that kind of stuff. Small little variants make the music a lot more enjoyable to listen to. So great job. Anyway, back about 6 seconds. Guitar feature as our outro. And it's not notey. I wasn't ready. When I first listened to this, because I wasn't looking at like total time, even though there's a lot more left in this video, which is probably, yeah, just outro stuff for video related purposes. But I wanted that to be a bridge. I was ready for way more, but it's cool though. I mean, it makes sense to have this little variety be the outro here, but the guitar feature is not super notey. It's just more like just timbre, just sound related to bring us out. then it's kind of a sudden ending, which is like the opposite of the grooveness. So that's very cool. Anyway, that's what it is. That's what I think about it. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. My name is DrumRollTony. Come watch some anime with me on the Patreon. It's a good community. It's just, it's just missing one thing. That one thing is you. You can find a link for my socials down in the video description below. But first, please and thank you. Click the like button. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Check out the next video. All right. I appreciate you being here. YouTube thinks you want to watch one of these two videos next. Have a great day. Take it easy. Bye-bye.